What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a great day. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, I hope it's awesome. You're doing it to the best of your ability and you're loving every second of it. Guys, thanks for stopping in today and talking with me for just a little while. Before we get into the movie, hit that like and subscribe button for me. And once again, thanks for stopping in. Today we're talking about a movie from 1979 called Hardcore, directed by Mr. Paul Schrader. Now, this stars George C. Scott as a conservative, midwestern, religious, just kind of your everyman. You know what I mean? He's just your blue collar. He owns a textile store or a manufacturing goods store. Like, you know, he's just your everyday guy. And he sends his daughter off to church camp, and she winds up leaving church camp with an older boy, and she winds up getting into the adult film business. And this is basically what our movie is about. It's about George C. Scott finding out that where his daughter is after he sent her to church camp. He finds out where she's at, what she's doing, because, he hires private detective, and then we follow him as he tries to get his daughter back. He tries to find her, rescue her, I suppose. But really, this film, I've been wanting to see it for a while because a buddy of mine, we were talking about George C. Scott a couple months ago, and I don't remember what movie I was watching. I think it might have been The Changeling, maybe, but it had George C. Scott in it. And they said, "Oh man, have you ever seen Hardcore with George C. Scott?" And I said, "Oh, let me go look that up." So I went and looked it up, and I was like, "Man, that sounds like a sleazy kind of movie. I may want to check that out." Just to get because you don't really see. I haven't seen George C. Scott in those types of movies. They've always been kind of auteur pictures, or like a big budget Hollywood studio thing. Like I'd never really seen him in a gritty, Serpico taxi driver kind of film, you know what I mean? And so I said, yeah, I'm gonna check that out. But when I went to check it out, it was, it was a little bit pricey. And so I kept it in my watch list because I was eventually gonna rent it. If anything, I would eventually get around to it and I'd bite the bullet and I'd rent it for whatever, and then I'd watch it and all that. But recently it became available to stream on Tubi and on Prime. So I said, yes, let me check it out. So when I checked this out, I thought that it was an excellent film. I really did. I thought that George C. Scott delivered a fantastic performance as a father, as a man with pride in his family, who just gets, basically his whole world destroyed when he finds out where his daughter is and what she's doing. We've got Peter Boyle in this. He's a detective, or not a detective, I'm sorry, he's a private investigator. And he's going to try to find the guy's daughter. And when he finally finds Scott's daughter, he says, "You ain't gonna like what I got to show you," and he takes him to an adult theater and plays the video for him. And just Scott's reaction seeing his daughter in one of those films, and just his God, it was so powerful because you can see the agony in his face, you can see the absolute horror. And he was so good at conveying that. And the movie overall is great because of, it's not just like, oh, well, the detective, I'm sorry, it's not a detective. The investigator, the PI, not only does he just, find her, that's not what the movie's about. The movie's about, Scott trying to rescue her from this lifestyle that she's basically chosen. And so he has to go to these extremes, the extremes of, not contacting his family back in, where was it, Michigan or something? Not contacting them for weeks on end, or months even. Taking on a different persona, putting on a wig and a mustache, and auditioning people for adult films just so he can get a connection, a lead to where his daughter may be. Like, it was really, in my opinion, I think it was kind of ahead of its time, the storytelling and what it was about, because that was, to me, 1979. I wasn't even born yet, but when I think of movies from back then, this feels like it was a grittier, more visceral type film for what was made back then, as far as like a drama, a psychological drama. I don't even know what this is called. I guess just a drama, but it it was really good. It spoke to me. I thought that the questions that it asked, about religion and sex and all kinds of different things, like all these questions that, these moral conundrums that these people are having. I thought it was an excellent film to ask such poignant questions, powerful questions, really. So I was very, very impressed with this. I'm glad that I finally got to watch it because it was an excellent movie. If you guys like George C. Scott or Paul Schrader, check out Hardcore. It's now it has a little bit of nudity. It's got some not a whole lot of cursing, but it does have a little bit of nudity because of the subject matter, But other than that, it's an excellent piece of cinema just about morality, I guess. Morality and family and restriction. It's really good and it's eye-opening and it's poignant. And I liked it. I thought it was an excellent film. I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. And if you guys want to check it out, it's streaming over on Tubi, and you can also find it on Prime. And if you like George C. Scott or, like I said, Paul Schrader, check it out. It's worth your time. It's an excellent film. And that's it, guys, for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done it already, please click that like and subscribe button. And guys, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out, my friends. God bless you, and I will see you soon.